You know, guys, I just want y'all to know, like, this is what real entrepreneur life look like. Like, this is what I look like. This is a day before my release. Y'all see my hair? Do y'all see that mess? This is what entrepreneur life look like. Small business life. It looks glamorous on Instagram. It looks glamorous on all social media, but this is what it really looks like. Just want y'all to know that. Hey, welcome to my channel. I am Kenny the Messy Soaper, or welcome back for those of you who already know who I am. So, what is this? This video is Entrepreneur's Life. If you don't know me, and I'm sure you can see from the title, well, I don't know what the title is going to be because I haven't made it yet, but I'm a soap maker. I do handmade bath and body products. And I like to do this thing as of late where when I'm getting ready for my new releases, which this will be July's release, as I'm going through all the motions of things that I have to do as a small business owner, I kind of bring you guys in and let you see what I do. Now, before I get started, some of you may be highly offended because you don't see me wearing gloves and some things that I do. Let me tell you something, boo. You see these hands? Do you think that I walk around with these dry ass hands because it's trending? I don't. You see that? Let me show you that right there. You see that right there? I walk around with hands looking like this because I wash my hands constantly. I refuse to keep changing gloves and throwing them out and adding to landfills and them never breaking down and just hurting the earth even further than we already do. Am I 100% plastic free? Absolutely not. Am I trying to go in that direction? Yes. And any little bit that I can do to play my part on this earth, then I will try to. So as I'm folding these boxes, you will not see me wear gloves. Just, it doesn't make sense to me. And I'm saying that because I've had some people say, oh, that's cute, but you need to be wearing gloves. Honey, which would you prefer? I want you to answer. Which would you prefer? For me to keep adding to landfills or to keep washing my hands? You know, we got to think about things before we go always trying to call somebody out. So my hands are dry because I wash them a whole lot. I know better than to make a handmade product and then touch it, you know, with dirty hands. I don't roll like that. And you guys that knows me, you know I would never ever do that. I don't do to my customers what I wouldn't do to myself. But yeah, me wearing gloves when folding a box, I think that's silly. And I'm just not going to do it. And if you can't get behind that, I understand. That's fine. I truly understand. Everybody has different ways and opinions of doing things, and that's cool. But just know that I sanitize everything. Everything's clean, you know. But I'm not gonna, you know, keep wasting gloves and throwing them into the trash repeatedly. I think that's more harmful than anything, you know. So anywho, got that out the way because I know there's gonna be somebody that's gonna be like, you should be wearing gloves, girl. Stop it. So, what I'm going to be doing is boxing up these soaps here. These are my, I haven't given them a name. They're Fragrance with Satsuma. And if you don't know me, I am a handmade artisan soap maker. So I do make your rustic soaps. I do make your natural soaps. All of my soaps have natural oils and butters. I don't use animal fats or anything like that. They are plant-based. There's nothing wrong with animal fat soaps. I just never got into it. So I figured what works, just stick with that, you know. So I do use cosmetic grade colorants in my soaps. A lot of these colorants that you see here, because I've seen over the internet on different posts when people post their soaps, and people that are unknowing, they'll say, oh, I would never ever use that soap, you know, all those toxic ingredients in it. Where's toxicity? These colorants are not toxic. If you wear eyeshadow or blush or any makeup on your face, a lot of times these colorants are the same grade that you use on your face. So if you could use them on your face, you could definitely use them on your body. These are wash off products. They're not going to harm you. Also, before I go too far, let me talk about these boxes. I got these boxes from Paper Mart. Yeah, so I know somebody's gonna ask. They're just a hair, you can see, they're just a hair bit too small, but I didn't, that's me being lazy. I didn't do my measurements properly when I ordered these, and I ordered a bunch, so I make them work. You just tape them shut and they serve their purpose. But yeah, just want to get that out of the way. So I'm not going to bevel these either. I don't think they need it. I'm just going to take my hands and rub around the edges and clean off any of the little pieces right here from the mold, and I think that shall do. But yeah, it's not toxic. It is not toxic. It's just so puzzling to me when I hear people call things like, you know, the ingredients that soap makers use toxic. But the big, you know, big box companies, they use some questionable stuff in their soaps, but nobody questions that, you know. And if they do, they don't really do it in a public forum. So yeah, just know that if you are a reputable business, if you are a knowledgeable professional soap maker, that you are only using top quality ingredients. You would never use anything that is harmful. I do tons and tons of research. I've been making soap for a very long time, so I'm not going to just willy-nilly throw anything together. And then like some of these colors are also like natural colorants. Let's talk about that, because you can color your soaps with natural colorants. A lot of those are used to dye the clothes that you wear on your body. So if you were walking through life in only bleach white clothing, then I understand your point. But if you wear makeup, or if you wear dyed clothing or eat dyed food, you know, then it's the same thing. It's all safe. It really is safe. You know, there's nothing toxic about handmade soap, if it's done properly. Let me say that, because I've also seen people make handmade products and they're not measuring anything. I'm like, boo, what you doing? And I mean, I don't ever call them out because that's not my place. But I'm just like, that's not good. You know, that makes it bad for the rest of us. Or when I go to a craft fair or something of that nature and someone tells me, so I am gonna just go around some of these with my potato peeler. Someone tells me that they got, or I've seen a post, oh my gosh, it was a post in a Facebook group where a young lady, that she wasn't even a soap maker, she said that she bought a handmade soap from a craft fair, and this girl's back was like burnt to a crisp. It was just red and blistered, and I'm like, oh my gosh, you know. So everybody doesn't know what they're doing. Just because you throw some things together doesn't make you a professional soap maker. I know majority of us are, but I've literally been on YouTube and seen people do things that I'm just like, what are you doing? So there are compliances and safety measures that you have to take. You have to measure, you have to weigh, you have to measure, you have to weigh, you have to measure, you have to weigh your ingredients. You know, you can't just throw it together like, oh, let's call this good. That's not how it's done, darling. But if you do things safely, in a safe manner, and you follow the guidelines set by the FDA and other soap maker regulations, then you should be just fine. So, yeah, I'm just going to kind of go through the day and show you what I'm doing as I'm doing it. This is just one of the things. I am trying my best to get better at getting this stuff done well before my release date. So I'm thinking my release date is going to be around the 17th of this month. Something like that. It'll be, I don't know, around that time. I will post it somewhere in this video, probably in the description too, of when I'm going to have my release. If you follow me on Instagram, and if you're not following me on Instagram, you should be following me on Instagram, because I post most things there first. And up in my bio, you will see the release dates for my new products. I got a lot of stuff I'm working on. I really do. Some new, some old. This is definitely new. I've been enjoying myself with these pours. If you want to see it, I will link. Nope. I'm about to say I'll link it. Girl, I haven't even edited this video yet. So the soap making video. But I will get that up. I will. So just keep watching my channel and look out for that. Subscribe. subscribe if you want to know when I post new videos, because I am trying to get back to posting on a regular, but we'll see. So yeah, now I'm just gonna go and finish boxing these up, and then we'll move on to the next project. Am I gonna? Yeah, I'll just go ahead. I was gonna go ahead and do it on camera, but you've seen enough. I'll turn this off, and I don't want anybody to think, oh wow, you know, she's kind of combative or anything. Like, no, I'm not. I just want to put knowledge out there. I feel like these videos could be helpful to a lot of people. Whether you do soap making or sugar scrubs or any of those bath and body products, like, the regulations are set forth for a reason, you know, and we need to follow them strictly. There is a big conversation that I was just like, I want to do this video so bad, but I am not in the mood for people's opinions. And I know, like, I mean, negative opinions, let me say that. I know that when you put something on the internet, that's what you should expect. But for the most part, I can say, you know, my subscribers are fantastic. But I kind of do want to talk about the differences between fragrance oil and essential oils, because here's a knowledge bomb. All essential oils are not good for you. They can be very, very volatile, very toxic to humans and animals alike. So there's that, because I know there a lot of times I've come across some posts where people say, oh, you know, I don't use toxic fragrance oils. Oh, we got to stop saying things are toxic when they're not. You know, some things are, but you got to know what you can and cannot use. That's why you learn before you even get into this craft. But yeah, I do want to talk about that. I'm thinking about it, guys. I am, but I know that's probably going to spark some conversation. But maybe it needs to be had, because I'm just like, would you stop saying that? You know, I never ever knock a person if you make all 100% plant-based, plant oils, plant colorant, no fragrance, or you use essential oils. I will never ever say anything bad about the way you make your soaps, because I think they're fantastic and I do it myself. But in the same breath, I do find some makers that do only plant-based everything have a tendency of calling soaps that are made with colorants, cosmetic grade colorants, and cosmetic grade fragrance oils toxic. And we got to stop that, you know, because it's not true. It is not true. If it's done right, there's no toxicity about it. As I said before, if you use essential oil wrong, or if you don't follow the guidelines set forth for essential oil usage rates, they exist for a reason. Or if you just use an essential oil and you don't know anything about it, it could be even more toxic. So let me stop there. And then I'm just going to go ahead and box the rest of these up. And then we'll move on, okay? Okay, so I just took my pictures for Instagram for these darlings here. These are, can you believe I don't remember what none of this stuff is scented in, really? It will be on my website. Yes, I don't know. I do not know what fragrance this is, but also these boxes come flat like this. So, yeah. So I'm going to go ahead and box those up. So what I used to do when I would get ready for a release, let me count these out first. 3, 4. I used to do when I was getting ready for a release, I would wait until like the week or a few days before my release and start getting everything together, like pictures and editing and listings, and girl, that's dumb. So I am, for anybody else that does it and it works for you, I'm so happy it does. And that's the way I've been doing it for since I've had my business. But I just feel like that adds a whole lot of stress. And the reason why I have been doing it like that, if you hear a bunch of bumping around, that's me. I'm trying to get on this stool. It was so funny. I was with some soap friends, and we were talking about soap making. I'll get back to what I was talking about in a second. But we were talking about soap making, and the question kind of came up of who sits down and makes soap. I was like, this girl. I do sit down and make soap because, number one, I have bad knees. So, well, a bad knee. No, let me stop saying that. It is not bad. It didn't do anything wrong. It is an injured knee. I have arthritis and a worn down meniscus in it. But there is power in words. So yeah, I sit down because of that reason. My knee gets very inflamed, and it is very cool down here in my studio. So I sit and I'll put a blanket over my lap. But yeah, if you hear me bumping around, that's me getting up and down off of this stool, because my workbench is actually pretty high. It comes above my navel. So, you know, this bar stool works out perfectly. So if any of you who have can't speak, any of you who suffer from aching knees and you want to know how to do that setup, then there you go. That's how I do it. It only works if you have a high station. But anyway, like I was saying, oh yeah, so I had to think about that for a second. Like I was saying, what I'm doing now, I'm trying to do now is, I still have like 2 weeks, almost, yeah, 2 weeks before my release. And I'm just trying to get things done now. So if the soap has been hanging out, like these boxes, anything that's going to go inside of a box, hunty, save yourself trouble and just put it in the box. I like to let my soap sit and cure for a couple of days because they tend to be a little bit more on the tackier side because they're freshly unmolded or freshly cut. So, I like to let them sit and get some air to them. Just because I'm busy, I let my stuff just sit. Like I said, letting things just stay and leave it alone is probably the best thing you can do for yourself and your soaps. It took me a long time to learn to stop messing with stuff, girl. But out of sight, out of mind. You just make it and you sit it over on its curing rack or wherever you put your stuff. And just leave it alone. So when you're ready to handle it, it is nice. It's ready to be packaged and put away and all those things. And that's another reason, like, because I do use plastic, which is biodegradable plastic. So again, I try to, you know, put in an effort. You know, if I'm going to use plastic, I try to do things that are eco-friendly or eco-friendly-ish, you know. Yeah, I leave those out because if you put them in your shrink wrap or your shrink bags, they're still losing weight, water weight. If you guys are new to soap making, your soaps go through a cure process. After you make your soap, you should cure them. And I was just reading a debate about cure time. Cure time is, I think anything after a week is safe to use. Now, this is not an argument. It's safe to use, but you should not, because there's no lye in it anymore. It's going through saponification. The reason why we give our soaps a long cure time is so that it loses all that extra water or moisture, like if you use aloe or whatever your liquid is. Cure to 4 to 6 weeks is like idea, but some people go longer. You know what, guys? I knew it. I just put on my apron and my stud has fallen out of my ear somewhere around here, and I will never find it again. I hope that I do, but that's so sad. Oh my goodness. I just kind of touched the back of my ear and my post was on, but not the actual stud. That really sucks. I just pulled this apron over my head. So hopefully I find it without stepping on it, because I would really hate to bend the post. But anyway, you know what? No, I can't finish this video, so I go look for it. I'll be back. Okay. I found it. It was actually right over where I hang my aprons, so thank God for that, because this is my most favorite pair of studs. I wear these bad boys every single day. And I would be totally devastated if I lost it or stepped on it and bent the post. But I don't know what I was talking about. I knew I was gonna forget. But anywho, so cure time, yeah, 4 to 6 weeks is the best, but I go longer than that. I normally go a month or over a month. Well, obviously 4 to 6 weeks, but sometimes I go longer than that. It just depends on when my release date is. So I do my releases every 2 months, so you know, there you go. Some of my soaps are 2 months old. Some of them are cured out longer than that. But if you do, say, use a soap within a week's time, what's going to happen when your soaps don't cure is They don't lose their water weight, and they will be gone within a week or two. I know there are some bigger companies that have come out, and I was reading their reviews. Matter of fact, I'll say it, Dr. Squatch. I was reading their reviews, and a lot of customers were complaining because the soaps don't last very long, and that's because they don't have long cure time, because they've grown pretty quickly, so they're trying to get those soaps out very quickly, and which is good for them, but you know, give your customers a good quality bar that's going to last a month or longer, you know. So the longer the better. I've actually used soaps that I had in my pantry for a year, and let me tell you, hunty, that is the best soap I've ever used. So the older, the better. The longer they cure, the better. And I know some people do believe that, oh no, you shouldn't use a soap a week, after a week. I mean, if you don't agree with that, you don't. I get it. But I will pull my soaps out of the mold and use them the next day. Not on my body. I like to test some of my soaps, like my soap ends. And it's fine. You know, it's absolutely fine. I'm not telling you to do that. I'm just telling you this is what I've done. Do I practice this all the time? Absolutely not. Will I sell a soap to a customer that hasn't had a long cure time? Absolutely not. But yeah, so that's why they're losing water weight. And if you put them in plastic, then the shrink wrap, you're just going to have to shrink them all over again. That's double the work. So the ones that are not going in boxes, like these, can go in boxes because they fit-ish. But my tall and skinny soaps do not fit in these boxes. So I don't use these. I put those in the plastic wrap or paper. Going to craft fairs, they don't go in paper because no one can see what they look like. And I like to sell all of my soaps. I don't like to leave a sample out, especially not with Corona. I don't want people sniffing all over the same bar, person after person after person, you know. And I mean, it does work for some people. If the customer doesn't mind, then fine. But that's not a practice that I, have. So I like to make sure that they can see them. So the ones that are going to craft fairs are normally not wrapped in paper, because I want you to be able to see them without picking them up and touching all over them and things like that. But anywho, so we're almost done with packing these up. Yeah, I'm just kind of talking, and none of this stuff that I'm saying is law. I mean, some of it is, but this is just my opinion. We're going to talk about it in the comment section. We're not going to be offensive. We're not going to argue. We're not going to, if you have an opinion or a counter, that's absolutely fine. I'm open to hearing it, but I know some people like to be combative. And with honey, being combative and angry and arguing and all of that crazy stuff is not even on my radar. That's not what we do at Royalappleberry. We have discussions like adults. But, yeah, I'm just putting some little knowledge nuggets out there, just because it's just stuff that's been on my mind, and I feel like it could be useful to, especially like beginners, because if you were not taught certain things, then how would you know that these are the practices, especially if you haven't done your research? That's why I tell people, before you get into any craft, especially when it comes to bath and body products, you really should get a solid year under your belt, because there's so much to learn, and it's ever changing. It really is. So yeah, just constantly research. I am never done researching. I am never done learning. I can always learn some new things. You guys teach me new things every time I read my comment section. So don't be close-minded and think that you can't learn anything new, or just because this was the way that it was said to do it, that is, set in stone. Like, I personally had never, I would see so many people do heat transfer method, and I was like, I'm not doing that. Let me tell you, I cannot even explain to you guys how in love I am with the heat transfer method. It just makes soap making so quick. Early on, I started doing master batching, because scooping out butters and oils and things like that every time I was ready to make a batch of soap, it just wasn't for me. So I got these all boxed up. I'm going to sit these off to the side. I will be making my labels, so that's another thing I've been doing. So once I box them up, they're done. There's nothing more that I need to do to these as far as like cure. They're going to cure in this box. They're already at 4 weeks. So it's just going to have an even longer cure time. I'm going to go ahead and make my labels today, and we'll get these labeled. Now, I did make some sugar scrubs, a new one, a new flavor. I know people like to say flavor. I did make a new scent, so I'm going to bring those in after I chop up the labels. I know you guys don't want to watch me cut labels, but once I chop up the labels, I'll bring it over here, and then we will label together. Be back. Okay, so these are my new sugar scrubs for this year. See how cute that is. This one is called Rainbow Unicorns. It just smells so delicious. This one is scented in blush peach, California lemons, bergamot, and white musk. It smells so fruity. I just love this fragrance. So also, some of you may ask where I get these little crates from. You know what? Let me tell you something. If you're a business, a small business, please, on your packing slips, put your name of your business, because I bought a bunch of these and I would love to buy some more. And I was going to tell you guys the name of it. It was an ad on Instagram. I was like, oh, let me go check them out. And I don't even remember the name. I know I can go find it if I look through my, can I? Hold on. Oh, if I looked at my bank statements, yeah, but I'm not about to do that. But yeah, you gotta put your name on your packing slip so people know where they bought stuff from. They just have my name and my address, but it's no sender information. So I would love to tell you guys where it came from, but I don't even know myself. So have a nice set of nails or a nice set of tweezers. It does help when you get the paper that does not have the score. This one has a score at the very top. So what I'm doing, I know you guys can't see, but on these containers, most all PET jars, PET jars, they have a little injection molding line right here. It's one on each side. And I just kind of find that, and then I'll take my label and line it up with that as best as you can, and then there you go. So let's talk about these labels. It looks very pretty like here, but on here you can barely see it. So I mean, it's legible, but let's talk about a couple of marketing things and a couple of labeling things. So this was really my mistake. I was using I should have grabbed that paper. I think Gabe took the trash out. So when you have an inkjet printer and you have a laser printer, be sure to get that proper paper. Let me look and see. I may still have it. So yeah, I bought a bunch of I bought a bunch of laser paper, and I have inkjet printers. All my printers are inkjet except for my monochrome one, which I use just strictly for making shipping labels outside of my little Rolo one. But I did not realize that this paper was laser. So this was my labels with laser. You see that? Everything's a blurred mess. That's what you'll get. That's how you know when you don't have the proper paper for the type of printer that you have. And then this right here is my inkjet paper. So yeah, pay attention to that because it does matter. And then it's just a waste, an absolute waste. These were Avery labels. So Avery have, I got these from Staples. I got the pack from Staples. I think I got 100 labels for, I want to say like 40 something, but it'll be good if you have a laser printer. If you don't, waste of money and ink and paper. So now let's talk about this, what I don't like. So I got these labels. I got 100 labels for, and these are matte inkjet, and are these waterproof? I can't remember. I think they might be. I kind of feel like they are. I believe these are because I know people are going to be using them in the shower. But I got this clear matte, which looks lovely right here. But does it look lovely here? It's cute. But is it legible? Like, yes, but is it very, like, if you have eye seeing problems, it would be really hard to read those ingredients without your glasses. Like I said, you can see it. This should have been on white paper. Now, once I purchased it, I was like, darn it. I should have got white. And at that point, it was kind of too late because it was late at night. And then I was just like, oh, well, they will get used. But next time, I'm going to use a white paper. It would have been better on white and it would have been cheaper. But yeah, so lesson learned. So I'm just sharing with you guys so you don't make the same mistakes as myself. But yeah, it'll do. It shall do, because I mean, I can see what it says, but I know, like, you come across some customers that have, like, they're hard to see things, and they're just like, what does that say? Can you read that to me? And I want them to be able to see it clearly. You know, obviously, you got to keep your labels clear and legible so people can see them, but for the average person who does not have seeing problems, you can definitely see what it says. I would just like for it to be, you know, a little darker. So now that, oh, I was about to say, now that I'm on camera, this wants to give me a problem. But yeah, I got some with yellow. This was the very first one that I piped. I was using a too small Wilton 2D tip, and well, as you can see, all the squigglies. I am going to move this light because I love my ring light, as you guys can see, but that glare. So I'm going to put it back on a stand. It's actually suspended from my ceiling, but I need to have Gabriel do it because A, the knee, B, I can't be on my knees on top of this counter, and I am too short, so I will let Gabriel do all of those things. Now this one you can see very well just because it's on a yellow background, but I can't, you know, base this off of what color product I'm making. So yeah, let that be a lesson to you not to do what I did. So, hey, happy Friday, or whatever day it is in the world for you today. This probably won't even go up on a Friday. This is a whole nother day, y'all. So I'm just gonna put my gloves on. We're gonna talk about a couple of things. So first and foremost, before we even get started, I have to ask this question. Like, how many of you, me and my mom had this conversation yesterday, how many of you buy things, but when you look at them, they're just so complicated that you just don't want to be bothered with it, so you just put it away and kind of forget about it? So answer below. I can tell you mine right now. This mother cracking tripod. I bought this tripod probably, I want to say almost 8 months ago. I love it because you can't see the legs, and it's huge, and it does so, I think it has something like 16 or 20 different positions it can do. Honey, it took me forever just to figure out this most basic position right here. I'm like, come on now. I love the tripod, but when I first got it, one of the rubber feet fell off, and it was a defect. But I was like, you know what, it's a rubber foot. I'm not about to send this back. I will glue it on at some point in life. So that's what I just did. But then just to get it to all these different angles and knobs, and I'm like, whoa, child, this is just too much. Oh goodness. So I got it set up, and I do love the way it looked. This is a good angle, top down. You can't see any legs. I'm not straining or leaning over. That's why I bought it, because hunty, the struggle was real. Besides putting this tripod together, it was really real trying to get the right angles without seeing the legs and all that stuff. But anywho, so today we're still getting ready for our July release, which is July now. I know when I filmed this it was June. It's July 8th, so I have like 11 days, I think. This soap right here, I did make this soap. I filmed it. Obviously I made it. I filmed this soap. I'll post it at some point, guys. I'm gonna stop telling y'all when I'm gonna post stuff, because I be lying to y'all, and I really don't mean to lie to y'all, but it's just sometimes things get in the way and I just don't always have time. But I do try. So this soap I love so much. This is from Royalappleberry's their last summer release. I don't have the paper with me, the collection, what it was called, but you guys know. And this was the coconut one, and I didn't really love it outside the, like, in the bottle, but girl, It smells so good. It's not all it smells like coconut and chocolate to me, but it's very tropical smelling. I really do enjoy it. Oh, and I do remember these baskets I told you in the last video. I couldn't remember, well, because they didn't put any information where they came from. The company is called Miss A, like MISSA. That's where I got them from, and they were like $1 a piece. I love these little things. I just bought a whole box of medium and small ones. I'm gonna go back and get some large ones because they come in handy for so many things. And when they first came out and they were super popular, I got them from another company. Now I really don't remember the name of that company, but they were kind of expensive. They are a better quality, but are they worth it? These right here is really like the same thing, but this one is not as flimsy. It's a little bit more sturdy than this one here, but they do the same thing. You know, I'm not putting anything super heavy in it. I put a bunch of soaps. Can I zoom? Yeah, there we go. I'm not so tight and crunched in. But I put a bunch of, okay, yeah. So there's gonna be a whole bunch of talking in this video, well, this portion of the video. I filled this basket up yesterday, this little crate, and took it upstairs because, guys, it is really, really, really cold in my soaping studio. And if you've been around for a long time, you know that I have issues with my knee, which has become issues with my knees because of the cold in this basement. I've already gone to the orthopedic surgeon, and I think I said it, I don't remember, but I have arthritis and meniscus wear in my knee. And so it's just been giving me problems lately. So yesterday I decided I was going to take everything upstairs. In my dining room, I set the table up, everything, and started. I got like maybe 3 soaps planed. And if you guys are new and you don't know what I'm doing, I'm planing and beveling my soaps, which is basically cleaning them up. Do they need to be cleaned? No, it's just aesthetics. It's something I like to do. They look good to me. But I'll show you what it looks like. Not so, I don't know how much you can see there, but those are the edges. They're not beveled. The soap is not planed. And then that's what it's probably kind of hard for me to show you from this angle, but yeah, anywho, it just looks better to me. There is no real purpose in doing this. And do I waste my soap shreds? Nope. I just take these and throw them in a big old bucket until it's a 25-pound bucket I have. I fill it up and then I make more soap. I just put these, all the shreds. That's my all the things soap. And that soap, let me tell y'all something about all the things. I'm going to make some more. I do have, I think I got like 3 or 4 left. But I am going to make some more. That soap, she's not the prettiest girl in the class. She really isn't. But she is the best girl in the class. Oh my gosh, that soap is everything, because it literally is filled with everything. Every soap I've ever made this year is in that soap. Some last year too. So if you have allergens, be careful. Don't buy it, because it does have everything in it. But yeah, if you don't have any allergens to coconut oil and things like that, you need to treat yourself to one, because that soap is amazing. Like I said, she's not the prettiest, but she feels amazing. So I have another soap over here that I'll be doing next. She's so ugly. But I'm gonna put her in the store anyway. She's ugly because I forgot that fragrance kind of accelerates. So I think the brown got thicker than the pink. And I just don't love the way it turned out. I'm sure some of you will like it, but I am not a fan. But she is definitely going in the store for sure. So I haven't decided what time I'm going to do this release. I'll probably do it about 6 o'clock. Because I'm thinking, I don't know, you guys let me know. Like, I'm going to try to get this soap up. This soap. What am I talking about? I'm going to try to get this video up before my release. I swear I'm going to try my best. But this music is so annoying to me right now. I told you guys, everything sounds fine until I start filming, and then it's like, it feels like the volume of the music in the background is getting louder, which obviously it's not. It just sounds that way. But yeah, I'm gonna try to get this video edited. I might even try to do it today. Depends on how much I got to do. But oh, this soap also has coconut hull in it. coconut hull powder from Brambleberry. I love this. So it's going to add a nice exfoliant. I know I'm all over the place with talking, but I'm just trying to think of all the things while I'm sitting here with y'all hanging out. And this is all the stuff I did in that video for my last release that got corrupted. I was so salty about that, guys. Super duper salty. But I'm gonna try my best. Try my best for this one not to get corrupt, because that would, oh, that would really suck. I showed you guys so much, and the purpose in these videos again is just maybe you can learn something from it, especially if you have a small business. So, and this tripod, let's talk about this tripod too. It's called Newer is the brand. My ring light is from Newer as well. I'm sure some of you already know about it. I will put the link to this tripod in my Amazon store. It's an investment. I mean, is it? Yes and no. Is it hundreds of dollars? No. I think I paid $80 for it. So it's expensive, but it's worth it once you learn how to use it. Because there's so many different things you can do with it, especially if you film, or even if you just take photos outside or selfies or whatever. Now, is it an investment for a selfie? I don't know. Unless you're, you know, Instagram hottie or something like that. I don't know. But it is an investment piece for me. I will say it was for me, because it just makes my life a little bit easier. Like I said, once you get to learn how to use it. But that's what YouTube is for. So I am going to take my time, sit down, go on YouTube and watch a tutorial on how to do all the things on this tripod. Again, the brand is called Newer. It's Neewer. I love their stuff. I really, really do. So I've had my ring light for a very long time. My mom bought me that. Did she buy me that? Yeah, I think, did she? No, I think I bought that. Girl, I can't remember. I kind of feel like my mom bought it for me, but anyway, it was when ring lights were very popular, had just come out, and then it was one other brand that was selling them for hundreds of dollars. I was like, girl, no. So I do believe my mom bought this. I just told her where to go get it. But anywho, so yeah, here's the pink monster. It's just so ugly, but she smells so good. Like, okay, let's just not say she's ugly. Let's just say I hate her design. That's where we're gonna go, because she's not ugly. Some people like this look. It could be like a marble or something. I don't know. So we're gonna go ahead and give her a shave. Give her a little bit of a haircut. Maybe we'll bring some life to her dull face. Ooh, this one is hard. Like I said, this was an accelerator. So, and for those of you who do not know what acceleration is in soap making, it's just that where the fragrance oil speeds up everything. Okay, see, she looks a 1,000 times better. Sometimes just a good old bevel and plane can do wonders for an ugly face soap. But yeah, it's just where the fragrance, it might be an ingredient in the fragrance which causes everything to speed up, so it's not as fluid. So my brown, it was just a reaction with my brown, and my brown is actually, I think I used an oxide, pretty certain I used the brown oxide, so it thickened up before my mica did. And I think I was talking about, oh yeah, I did mention fragrance oils in my last portion of this video. So also, I just want to put out there, did you know that fragrance oils are perfumes? You know, so I just had to kind of throw that out there, just because people don't know. You know, when you don't know and you don't take the time to educate yourself on what things are, you assume they're bad, or because a person put it out there as being bad. I mean, unless you don't wear perfume, then I get it. But yeah, micas are perfumes. That's all they are. They just have different formulations of how they create their perfume, so they're not toxic. You just gotta be sure it's skin safe, cosmetic safe, you know, because there are differences. You definitely cannot go around putting like reed diffuser fragrances on your skin. That's just for reed diffusings and things like that. It has to be formulated for the skin. So I want to throw that in because I thought about that. I was like, oh yeah, I forgot to say that. I always like to tell people. Now see, yeah, she's looking better. I like her. She just needed a shave. Had to give, look, take her little layer off, and now she looks better. But so yeah, I like her now. She looks so much better. Cause girl, There's, you know me. If you know me, you know me. There's always going to be a soap that I think that's terribly ugly, and she was it. Definitely it. Because look at that. I just didn't find that pretty. Camera, can you focus on what I'm trying to show the people? But yeah, that's not pretty to me. But I think once I give her a shave, she's going to get a facelift. I got so much stuff to do today. And I'm not going to talk through this whole portion. I'm going to do a few more, but I'm not going to talk through it. I'll just fast forward and dub music over it. Because I know, like, some of y'all like long videos, but... And I don't mind giving you a long video, but hunty, let me tell you, I don't want to be editing for no 2-3 hours. So yeah, I'm going to go ahead and take pictures of these. And I'm going to show you guys how to take pictures too. But girl, oh my gosh. Okay, so if you know anything about cameras and tripods, I don't know a whole lot, but I know what I know. The hot shoe. Woo, the screw on the hot shoe, this thing was so teeny tiny. I was like, are you kidding? But I found that it comes off, which was great, but it was hard to put back on. Well, probably if I put it on the right way. Once I learned how to put it on the right way, it wasn't hard at all, so let's stop lying. But yeah, I'm just thinking, do I want to be bothered with taking this stuff back and forth to my workstation to over here? So I may not show y'all about picture taking in this video, just because I got this set up and I don't want to take this down again. But I will tell you some things. So let's talk about, if I were to take a picture of, and this could be anything, whether it be a cup, like a ceramic mug, or any of that. It just depends on what you are trying to convey to your customers. It's different when you're in person. People can pick things up and smell it and handle it and, you know, feel it. They can get an idea of what you're trying to convey. But when it's online and you see this soap here, if I didn't give a description, you would have no idea what this smells like. You know, you just say, oh, it's pretty, or oh, there's a soap. You might not even know it's soap if you're not into artisan soaps. It might just look like fudge to you, because a lot of people say that. But okay, I got this music. Hold on, y'all. So yeah, what I was saying is, my sleeves are too long. That's what I was saying. But what I was really saying is, when you're trying to convey a scent or a feeling, you know, to a product through a picture. And I am not a professional photographer, not even close, honey. Don't know nothing about it. I just know what I know, like I said. So if I want people, this is floral. This is a soft floral. Okay, so one way of me conveying that, I got jasmine on top, right? And some little baby breaths there. Then if I want to use, say, a backdrop or background or accessories, something, you know, to kind of add to it. Let me clean this up and then I'll show you guys what I'm talking about. Because I'm not going to take this over to my workstation, because I mean I got to take my camera down, and like I said, I'm not in the mood. Not today. But I will show you fully in another video, because I did all of that. I'm telling y'all, I did it all. Why do I have this little weird lump in my mat? I don't even know what that's about, but let's get that a little bit tidy. Alright, so I have a little box that I keep all my props. That's what I was thinking of, the word props. I keep all my props in. So let me see. Let's do this one here, because you'll get the same idea. So we're going to go with this one. It's beachy, yeah. Got coconuts. It's tropical. Let's say it's tropical. Beachy. Most tropics have beaches, right? So we're going to grab, I got some seashells. I'm going to use just some simple stuff, but if I felt like getting real fancy, I'll tell you so. I got these little seashells, so I can throw some shells around it and just place them, you know, where you think that it looks good. And now I got this. This is the coconut shell powder that I use from Brambleberry in this, so that's what those specs are. So if I were on my workstation, which has a smooth surface, I would take some of these and sprinkle it around. I'm not doing it right now, because I do not want to clean that up. But you can even take some salt, like some sea salt, and put it around here. Use some bigger shells. I got some bigger shells. Like I said, this is a lazy girl route. So just imagine, if you will. Yeah, put some shells, some bigger shells around it. And that kind of gives you an idea. Okay, so you see this right here. Would you know what this is if I were to sprinkle it on my counter? Nope. But it kind of gives you an idea, like, looks like, oh, you can even use sand as a prop. Just make sure it's clean. But yeah, spray some sand around, put some seashells, even if you have some greenery like some dried palm fronds or something, lay that out so that conveys to people what this may smell like. And then once you put your description, then they'll know. And I don't always do that, you know, because some fragrances are way more complex than what I can try to put out there for people to see. But I just put something like, okay, this one. So this one is more floral. It's a mixture of different florals. So if I wanted to kind of convey this one, I can put out some baby's breaths around it and some jasmine around it. Does it have jasmine notes in it? Nope, but you do know that it's floral. And I'll put some bigger flowers around it. And they kind of convey that it's a floral. So yeah, those are different things that you can do to let people know, hey, that's what that may smell like. Because your scent description basically, you know, is what win a lot of people over. It's going to be one or two things. They don't care about the scent and they like the way it looks, or they care about the scent and could care less about the way it looks, because, oh, that might be my favorite fragrance, or that might be the fragrance profile, girl, I cannot talk today, that might be right at my alley, something I'm very interested in. So yeah, you know, that's just a little bit of a tip. I'm gonna go get the rest of my soaps and do those. Okay, hold on, I'll be back. Okay, so I lied again. I said I was going to take this off of the other tripod to show you guys what I was talking about. I will, because I have a perfect example. What is perfect? I have a perfect example, and I figure what better way to show you than now. So, this soap right here, and as I was saying, I went upstairs. I was trying to work up there, but it was so humid. You guys know how hot it's been. Depends on where you live. But here in Michigan, woo, girl, burn your scalp. But, I took this upstairs and I was going to try to do things upstairs, but the humidity had my soap sweating. I was like, oh no, boo. We can't have sweaty soaps. That's gross. But, okay. So this one right here, this soap, I used 3 different purples and a gold. And if you know anything about soap making, some purples can be a jerk. So most of the purples in this soap morphed. You still have some. It looks more gray, but this lilac that showed the darker, darker gray in this soap, that was actually a plum, which now it looks dark gray. And then the base was actually purple, and now it looks gray. So anywho, how do I convey what this soap may smell like? Now it's really gray right here, so you could change the background. Just use some floor planks, and cut them up. I think I said this before, guys. If I'm repeating myself, it's because that was 2 weeks ago. So, how can I convey what I think, you know, what I want to tell people that this soap smells like? Because this is a very, very complex fragrance. It is very sultry. It is very, it's unisex. It's just such a beautiful, beautiful fragrance, but it's hard for me to try to convey what it smells like. How can I convey sultry? I don't know. So I decided that I do want to name this soap Gossamer, because the swirls are very wispy. So, okay. We lost the soap, one soap down. It got stuck to the other. It literally, this rectangle soap just rolled across my floor. Oh, that soap smells so good. This is a Jo Malone dupe, and if you guys know anything about Jo Malone, you know, okay? Let's set our damaged girl off to the side. But, yeah, so I'm going to take a couple, and you just play around with positions and see what feels nice. What do you think, you know? So I like that, but we're going to clean up the sides, make sure everything is crisp. Don't have any little ragged ends or whatever. Now, that's not good enough because it's super gray, right? So what I'm going to do now is go get some props. And this is actually going to be my picture that you see on my website. So I'm not just doing this just to show y'all. I'm actually going to put this on the website. So now I got to remember what I used to set this up. So you can take, I'm going to see if this will work. My little cup right here. If it's wider than my soap, no, it's not going to work. Because you want to hide it. And it is wider, so that's not going to work. Nope, that's not going to work. So let me find something that's not as wide, but still have that same height. Okay, I got this little 1 ounce, 2 ounce bottle of fragrance oil. We can try that. So I just want to add some height to this soap. You know, like that. Doesn't that look better? Versus if, okay, well, I was just going to show you on its own. But it being down here, which those look nice, they do. I do this all the time. But I feel like, with it being so gray, my background being gray, the soap looking gray, it's just, it kind of washes it out. But if I'm to set it up, now it just kind of brings it away from this background. But this is not enough. Let's add more. So because I named this soap Gossamer, I want it to be very like light and wispy and dreamy. Yeah, that's why I'm trying to convey that it's a dreamy scent. So hold on, got more. So since the top of this soap, you can see that I added some mica drizzle, like there. I want to add some gold in this picture. And this is a step that I do. This is salt colored in gold mica, the same gold mica that I actually drizzled on there. Nope, it's not, because this one's lighter. But anywho, I'm going to take some of these. I'm going to pour them in my hand. Not a lot, because I don't want to clean up all this stuff later. A little bit shall do. I've got a piece of soap curl in there. And then you just kind of sprinkle it around to kind of make it look very starry. I'm going to zoom you guys in because it looks good to me. You just can't see what I see. Now, what else do I want to add in this picture? I would like to have like a piece of gauze, because I think that would look really good. But I do have some. I don't know where it's at. I think I used it all. But I had some cheesecloth because that would have looked really nice with this. So you just kind of add elements that you think are going to add some interest to this. Do I want to add some florals in this? Nope, because it's not so floral. And also I want you to know that this is actually unisex. Now I'm super close so you can't really see, but if I were to bring it forward, you see how I got all the little gold flecks around it, so that adds a little bit more interest to it. So let me think and see if I want to add some more stuff or not. I'll be back. Okay, I grabbed 3 more things, and this can either take it from looking dreamy or take it to looking beachy. So I have this here, and I can sit that back there. Oh my gosh, this is not good. I should have pulled this forward, but because I'm going to take a picture, I don't want my belly in the picture. So I would have to edit it out. So that could look either ritualistic, which is not the look we're going for, or it could look beachy, or it could look, you know, like something. But I'm going to go ahead and say, no, I don't like it. So maybe, now all of these little props and things, this I got in a bag from, you know how you get that potpourri or bag of decoration that you just sit on your table. My baby cat is a monster, so she tore all my other ones apart, and now it's just like a twig and it's not a ball anymore, so I had to take this and bring it down to save it. But I could do, no, it doesn't give me anything because it's more gray, so we're gonna take that out. All of this stuff that I get is mostly from Dollar Tree. I'm not spending a bunch of money on no darn props, okay? So what I also like to do is just take these apart, because they don't have to stay together, but I do put them back together. So when I decide, hey, that's a look I like, so I just, you know, untie that little string, keep it, and then maybe I just want to use a couple of these. And that looks nice, but that looks beachy, so we're going to nix that too. This is what I do, honey, and I'm sure most people who use props for their pictures, you go through all of this too. If you are amazing enough to get on the first try, ooh, teach me, please. But it's just a bunch of playing around with shapes and different objects to see what works and what feels good to you. Now Kenny, you know, Dollar Tree had this tied up so cute, and I just came over here and messed it up. Okay. Yep, we're gonna put that off to the side because that's not a concern right now. It's not. Yep, that don't look nothing like they had it. But anywho, so that doesn't work. That's not conveying dreamy. That's conveying beachy. But that does give me a good idea for some beachy stuff. So I have these little stars. These are biodegradable glitter stars. Right here. So this could either go from looking dreamy to campy. I hope it's not gonna look campy. That's not the look I'm going for. Oh, that's so cute. Okay, so this is really what I love this. Now here's the problem. Since I mixed these together, they gonna have to stay together. Because I'm not about to sit here and separate these and pick these out. That's crazy talk. So I'm gonna zoom you guys in. Yeah, you see that? That looks a lot better. So that's going to be my background for that picture. I just want to zoom you in some more. I know the soap is going away, but you can kind of see what's going on here. So I do feel like I've conveyed, you know, what I was trying to say with this soap is very dreamy. The stars, you know, kind of say, hey, dreamlike, and the gold. I think I nailed it. I think so. What you guys think? Yes. And then once I edit this photo, now I don't go crazy with my editing. And throughout this video, you're going to see me beat up. I swear. Okay, so this mark right here, I bought a new guillotine and I was getting fancy and not paying attention and chopped the back of my hand. New dog. Putting up some string lights on my pergola. I'm too old for all these scars. It's going to take forever for these to heal. But yeah, so I feel like I conveyed that. And when I say editing, so what I'm going to do when I edit these, I'm just going to take out some of the, like my ring light leaves kind of a shine. I'm going to try to minimize that and try to bring the colors up just a hair. Nothing crazy, because I don't want you to get this whole be like, hey, this is not what I ordered. But, you know, and then I'm going to crop it as well. So that's what I mean when I say edit it. But I like this. So yeah. Be back with the next thing. Okay guys, so as you can see, this is very simple, but it works, I think. So I just like to keep moving things around and see how it feels to me. And I'm going to take this picture kind of on an angle. So let me bust out my phone. Wherever charging it. I'm like, what happened to my phone? Okay, so yeah, let's get that phone out. And I just use my cell phone. I don't use this camera because it's more complicated than I want to deal with. So, yep, just take the old camera. Then we're going to turn that to the side. No, you guys can't see, but I need to see. So I like to take my pictures from a distance. And then, you guys can see that right there. And then I'll zoom in and crop it. Now, I can really move some of that around there, and I have to make it look like I just threw it down and I didn't like do what I just did. So there we go. I'm going to take another one because I didn't like that. Alright. Alright, phone. What am I doing? Okay, there we go. And then we will take a nozzle. And then I like to take, I'll show you this one too. That one right there. I like that one better because it has more of the shell stuff around there. Now I'm going to take one for the gram because you always have to. I might even pop that one on the gram today. So I'll show you that one, which is going to go on the gram. Yes, my belly is all up in that camera space, but I'll fix that. And then on to the next. Just remember, I have shells. Because if there's tropics, they are shells, most certainly. So I'm going to go ahead and throw some shells in here. Again, Dollar Tree is your friend. Not that broken one. Let's not get crazy. Yeah, that's Beta. Okay. So I like this so much better. See, I do this. I take pictures, put everything away, and they're like, wait, and then redo it. That's just part of the process. And then snap like a few to decide on which one you like the best. Oh, this looks so lovely. Those shells just really brought everything to life. Well, duh, you can see it there. So I'm trying to show you my camera, and obviously it's live. Well, not, you know what I mean. It's recording. So yeah, I like that so much better than what I had. I do this all the time, and I actually took away a soap and added more stuff. On to the next. Alright, so this is the part that makes things easier. This is my, for those of you who are new to my channel, this is my shrink wrap system. And I showed a lot of you guys this before in my last Entrepreneur's Life video. Okay, yep, let's just make a big old mess. Where is this static coming from? So let's move this down. And you know, if I'm going to be using this more and more, one of you last time suggested I get an affiliate partnership with this company. I think I'm going to have to. Because I do love it and I do use it a lot. So I'm going to come out a little further than what you can see. Just a hair. That's the tip right there. So you guys can see for the most part. Woo, girl. I got this heat. Sit next to me, my little heater, trying to warm up these little fragile knees, and I am sweating bullets, but I gotta keep these knees warm. But I am gonna move this away from me because I am hot. And then put my little blanket across my legs, and then scooch up so we can get to doing stuff. So one of you guys are gonna get a soap with a hell of a bevel on it. You see that? So I got this beveler, which is super cool. This was a test one. I love the way that looks, but I just decided this is not the soap for that. But one of you guys are gonna get this. I got that from Wow Plantanica, and she has some really cool stuff. Or I'm gonna say they, because I can't for sure know if it is a male or female. So we're gonna go with that. But yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and get these soaps wrapped up. My dehumidifier is probably like, what are you doing? She has been working some serious overtime, but it has been sweltering here in Michigan, and the humidity is just on a whole nother level. So I thank her for all of her hard work. I sure do. But yeah, we're gonna go ahead and get those wrapped up, and then I'm gonna wrap all of the soaps that I show you guys, and I think that's gonna be all that I'm gonna show you all today. I'm thinking, because you know, when you're trying to work and then you keep stopping to film, it takes longer, and I don't want to be down here all day. I might just end up being down here all day, but that's not the goal. I'm gonna try to do as much as I can. I'm gonna make some labels too today, which I'm gonna run up in my office and do that. I don't need to sit down here to do that part, because I do have the same program. And a lot of people ask me, what program do I use to make my labels? Girl, boy, don't bother. It is a program called Craft Artist, and it is obsolete now. They no longer update it, but it's still, you know, accessible. That program has so many hiccups, so many hiccups. But I use it because I'm used to it. That's what I've been using for years. But a lot of people use Photoshop and Adobe and Word and Canva. I do create some of my labels on Canva, I'm not gonna lie, because this one for my sugar whip scrub, this one here, I did create that in Canva. Now, I never put my instructions or my ingredients in them on Canva because I don't know, when I use it with my craft artist. Oh, okay, for real. I just looked over and there's a long web just hanging, just chilling, waiting to get in my hair. But yeah. Now, why did I put this like this? This is not the only soap I'm doing. But yeah, whenever I use it with craft artists, it just comes out blurry. It's not nice. So I just choose to put my words later, if that makes any sense. But yeah, there's many programs that are way better than what I'm using. So don't waste your time. I don't even know if you can get that. You probably still can buy the disc, because I did buy the disc. I do have the physical disc. It's not a digital download, but it's not that great, because honey, you gonna fight. You are going to fight for your life. I didn't show you guys the top of that, or did I? But it's really pretty. Some bio glitter on it, some salt and jasmine. But yeah, it's a struggle for real. It's a power struggle. Just making anything, because that darn program does exactly what it wants to do and definitely not what you ask it to do. So I will learn something new later. That's another thing when I said hate learning new stuff sometimes, just because when you know what you know, you just want to go and you ain't got time to be fooling around trying to learn nothing new. But sometimes it just makes more sense to go learn something new, because that way you can be more productive, because this is not productive using that program, not at all. But also, with that being said, I have all of my my templates that I created. They're already set up, so I just change the name, throw some color in there if I choose to, and keep it going. So yeah, and a lot of you also, when you saw me in Strugglesville with this this system last time, I was saying how it does not seal. I watched the video. Some of you said watch the video. I have watched the video. I watched it as soon as I got it. And excuse me, I'm just picking up flowers. Yeah, I did watch the video. I have left it up. I have tilted to the side. I've done all the tricks and trades. But you know what? It don't even bother me. I've gotten so used to doing that too that it just works. So that's all that's going to fit there. So I'm going to go ahead and get started. So here's the wand that comes with it, and this is a heating element. And you just push down and it actually seals and basically cuts it as you go, you know. That's why I say I love this thing. I really do, because it just makes my life so much easier. So this is definitely another investment piece, but it is so worth it. Trust me, it changes your whole packing game. And I know, like, some of us are fast without it, but you're gonna be even faster with it. So why not? I think I got the, yeah, I did get the medium-sized one, and there's one larger and there's one smaller than this. But I just love it. I do, because it just makes life so much easier for me. Especially when you got a lot of soaps that need to be wrapped at one time. Know what I mean, jelly beans? So, I'll move those out the way, and I'll show you the next step. A lot of you like to do. I still like to use my impulse sealer. So you can just put it in between there. Push. Lean back. It seals. Look at that. Oops. And I still, even if I did it this way, I still end up using my impulse sealer for that last one, because the one is a little bit thicker, and then like these two, I can actually use this for 2 soaps versus using this. I can't seal 2 more soaps with this, it's too wide, but with my impulse sealer I actually can. So I'm just gonna, I got a mess over here, y'all. I'm gonna set that off to the side for another day. Actually, can I bring it over here? Yeah, I can bring it over here. Hold on. I think I can get it without creating an avalanche. Yeah, I did. And this is just a stack of old soaps that I just use as elevation. Like I said, you don't have to use any of this. This is just what I do. Because it has worked for me for years. And these gloves really need to go. Oh, no. Not yet. My hands are sweating. So I get it right on the edge. And then I pull it away and it is sealed. Just that fast. Then we're going to do it again. And then I'm not going to show you guys me do all of these soaps. I'm going to do these coconut ones off camera. And then I'll come back and show like a little fast montage of me shrinking all of them. I'm going to keep it moving because I got a lot of stuff to do today. I'm so glad y'all are here hanging out with me. I really am. I appreciate y'all. Okay, also before I go, I do want to talk about this. I am really on the fence about getting rid of international orders, and that sucks. I really hate to even have to say that. I'm okay. I'm going to take it off my website. And if you, I think I'm going to leave Canada up because Canada has been the only country that has not given me issues. And the reason why I said that I'm going to take off international orders because I don't know what's been happening. Like when COVID hit, of course, everything was just a nightmare. And I had one order that went to the UK and it took her a month and a half to get her orders, and she was absolutely livid with me. But you need to understand that has nothing to do with me, boo. I did my job. But I do try to work with you throughout the whole way. And as far as tracking numbers, and I probably said all this too in my last video, I can't remember. But as far as tracking numbers, I can only give you information that the tracking gives me. I can't give you any more. And talking to a human at the U.S. Postal Service is almost impossible. So unless you physically go up to the Postal Service, and then they're not going to give you that much information either. Try those. That's how I know. But yeah, I just had one of my Awesome Sauce SAC members order from me twice. And it was just absolutely ridiculous how long it took for her stuff to get to her. It's almost 2 months later and she just got, one is held up in customs and the other one she may have by now. But I'm just like, what in the world? So I feel like I talked about this already. If I have, you just hear it again or I just might edit it out. But yeah, I think I'm just going to put a notation for international orders just to email me, and I will let you know that there is a possible 2-month wait in order for you to get your order right now. That is insane. And then going with like FedEx or UPS or DHL, it's going to cost you so much more. So it's really up to you. I'll give you all those options. I want to still have my international supporters be able to get goodies from me. I really do, but I have to explain, you know, the possibilities that can happen. And as far as the UK, woo girl, y'all know. So I'll see y'all in a second. You know what, I just thought about something. Everybody don't want to spend a lot of money on packaging systems, shrink wrap systems. So if you want to get an impulse seller, this is an option. I should probably show you that too, because I want to show you guys everything that I have and that I do and what works for me. So this is an impulse sealer. I believe this one is the, I want to say 12-inch one, something like that. They have them in many different sizes. I got this from either Amazon or eBay. I'm going to go say eBay because at the time, this is many moons ago, I don't even think I had an Amazon account. But yeah, you can simply get the individual bags. I'll tell you, you can get those from 2 Wild Hairs, like rabbits, not the hair on your head. And she has a really good price on her bags. Oh my gosh, why I feel like I talk about all this stuff already. I don't know. But anyway, yeah, go ahead and get you some of those. Or you can simply buy this big old, let me see if I can turn you guys around. Yeah, you can buy this roll right here. You don't have to buy this system. You can buy these rolls separately from Uline and other places like that. Oops, put my hand over the sensor. But yeah, you can buy those rolls and then you can just set up some type of holder for it. and do exactly what I'm doing here. But I would suggest you get the thin roll, like the 6-inch roll. That way you're not having to try to figure out how to cut this down. But yeah, there's many different ways that you can do, and this is the most cost-effective way to do it right here, because it doesn't require a lot of money. I think I paid 20 bucks for this thing. And yeah, so this is also an option. I love this thing. It's still kicking after all these years, so I got no complaints. All right, let's get to shrinking. Okie dokie. So now we're gonna shrink these bad boys. That's what I like to do. Like I said, a lot of you already saw this from my other video. If you didn't, you want to watch, I will link that one, because there might be information. I'll put it in the top right hand corner. There might be information that I shared in that video that I did not share in this video. Yeah, that's the one with the soap cake. I'm telling myself, not y'all. So when I go to edit, I can remember which video I'm talking about. But I think after I do this, that's going to be it. I see a problem child right here. I see what you're trying to do. Got little holes right there. So, you know what? You might be alright. So, also answer me this, y'all. Nope, never mind. I was going to ask a question about when you have like burned small holes in your packaging, do you just say, hey, screw it? Or do you just change it out? Most times if it's a sizable hole, I will change it out, which is kind of wasteful, you know. So I just want to know what you guys think. If you don't care about a small hole in your packaging, let me know. I just put it to some people like this. Now you can really smell through it. There you go. But if it's just like burnt to a crisp or a gigantic hole, I'm not going to put that. I mean, you know, sell that to anyone, or I'll stick the label over it. It's not hiding anything. It's just being sensible. You know what I mean? But tell me your thoughts on that too. So this is the way I do it. I told you guys in that last video that I wanted a digital heat gun. So Gabriel did buy me one for my birthday. I did say birthday. This has many different settings. You can adjust the heat temperature, the fan, and some other doohickeys. Again, I didn't read up on this. I just set it to the temperature that I like, which I believe is 370. I'm gonna turn it on. I think you guys can still hear me. But I just 320. Is it 320? It might be 320. But I really like this because guys, my lights are flickering. I got a lot of power down here. Let me turn this heater off. Which normally doesn't affect anything, but we're not going to tempt fate. Alright, let's turn it back on. Okay, so yeah, it's set at 320. I think that's the temperature that I found that works best, because 320 does not burn the hell out of your hands. And it does not burn this packaging. I got the thinnest gauge, the polyolefin shrink for this. I got the thinnest gauge because it doesn't take very much heat to shrink it, but it is very prone to burn, get holes burnt in it very quickly, because it doesn't take very much heat to shrink it. So I just kind of put them all in a row and then go down the sides and the top and bottom. And then I flip it over like that. And just to save yourself some arm fatigue, this, I don't know where this came from. I'm going to say Amazon, but I'm not sure. That's the name of it, Tack Life, if you want one for yourself. And then, because I told you I didn't need an expensive one, so this one does just the trick. But to save yourself some hand fatigue, just stick your hand right here. It's not as top heavy. So my camera always got jokes, because I can see the viewfinder. It's like facing me. Girl, these hands, woo, they so dry. But I can't put on lotion because I just washed them and I want to keep them clean, and I don't want to mix fragrances and all that stuff. But anywho, so I'm going to get these ready, and then I'm gonna close out this video. I hope you guys did enjoy it. If you did learn anything from this video or found it just plain old entertaining, Probably said that before too, but I'm gonna say it again, give you a friendly reminder. And if you made it all the way through this video, bless your heart. You know, thank you so much. I appreciate you from the bottom of my heart. I really do. You know, those who rock with me and support me and watch from beginning to end, you are awesome. And watching those ads, because ads are annoying, but they are needed to help support this channel. But I do want to talk about another channel before I go. So if you guys are into sticker making or just sweet personalities, people that just make you happy, there's a channel. She does not know me. I just love her. Her name is Beatrice, but she goes by Bia. The name of her channel is Apena Illustrator or Illustrations, but it's A-P-E-N-A. And she is just the cutest thing ever. She's from Portugal and she is the happiest person. Just genuinely sweet, and her art, like her illustrations, are just so super cute. Even if that's not your thing, just go check her out. Tell her I sent you, because she's really big on supporting other channels and giving shout outs to smaller channels. So I definitely want to give her some support. Just let her know that I sent you so that she'll know another channel gave her a shout out, because it is so important to all of us, you know, as smaller channels. And I know a lot of people think my channel is not considered small, but it ain't big. It's bigger than some, but not bigger than most. So I just appreciate you all for being here. Go check her out. Get yourself a little dose of happiness, because she will definitely give you that cutest, sweetest thing. Just a genuinely sweet person and very talented. Cutest stuff. So I think that I covered packaging, boxing, picture taking, some label about some information about fragrance oils versus essential oils and vice versa, colorants, micas, all that stuff. So I think that's enough stuff packed into one video. I don't know how long this video is going to be, but I'll be back. Probably next video, it might be a soap making or a packing video once my release is live. So we'll see. But I'm definitely going to try to get this video up to you guys. I'm going to try to work on that today if I have time, or this weekend. But on that note, love you guys. Thank you for being awesome. Thank you for supporting. Thank you for hanging out, watching from beginning to end. Always being here for me. Don't forget to thumbs up, share if you want to share these in your groups, my videos in your groups. I do not mind at all. And hey, try out some of the stuff that I told you guys in this video. It might help you. On that note, I'm gonna go. Love, hugs, and kisses. Be awesome, amazing at everything you do, and I'll see you guys in the next making video, whatever that may be. Even if you're not like a soap maker, I hope some of this is useful to you. All right, bye. Okay, I do have to say one thing. Hopefully you can hear me. So, you know how I always say I don't like to use my this shrink wrap system to do, I think it's the sides of my soap, because I always have problems with it bursting holes. So I tried it before, and like you guys said, lift it up. I had been doing that and it never worked before. I don't know what's different, but thank you, because it actually is working. You guys saw how I sealed these with just the wand to the National Shrink Wrap system, and it's not busting open on the sides. Look at that. So maybe I just found that sweet spot thanks to y'all, because honey, I've had this thing for a long time, and this is the first time I've ever been able to do it without it bursting the holes in the side, because that is a bummer. So thank you. I learned stuff from y'all too. All right, I'm really going. Bye.